Most gardeners have been told to dig a hole, dump in compost, plant into it, and call that good soil prep. You know what? And honestly, it sounds smart. You're giving the plant rich food right where the roots are. Except there's one problem. Roots stay where life is easy. So instead of building a stronger plant, you may be building a root cage. This is the mistake. A heavy pocket of rich compost gets dropped directly under the plant while the surrounding soil stays mostly unchanged. The roots find that an easy zone, and they stay there. They have moisture, they have nutrients, they have loose material. So why would they fight their way into a harder, drier, less improved soil? They won't. Roots are not trying to impress anybody. They're not charging into compacted soil because they watched a motivational video. Roots follow moisture, oxygen, nutrients, and low resistance. That means when you create one soft, rich, wet pocket under a new plant, you make that pocket the easiest place to live. You know what? And at first, that can look like it is working. That's the annoying part. Now, the plant may settle in, it may green up, it may even start growing. But later, when the plant gets bigger, the weaknesses show up. The weather gets hotter, water demand goes up, nutrient demand goes up, and the plant needs a bigger root system. But too many of the roots are still concentrated in that original compost pocket instead of spreading through the whole bed. Now the plant has less access to water, less access to nutrients, less anchoring, less resilience, and more dependence on one small area that dries out, overheats, or runs out of balance faster than the rest of the soil. That is the rich pocket mistake. You fed the hole, but you did not build the system. So the better method is to blend your compost and amendments through the planting zone, not just underneath the root ball, not just in one pretty little pile at the bottom of the hole. Blend it through the area you actually want the roots to grow. That way, the entire bed becomes useful. The roots have a reason to move outward. They search, they expand, and they build the plant's foundation. So what should you actually do? Before planting, loosen the soil wider than the root ball, not just a teeny hole barely big enough to shove the plant in. Work the surrounding area, break up compacted spots, and blend compost into the existing soil. If you're using amendments, mix them through the root zone instead of stacking everything directly below the plant. If you're working in a raised bed, think about the whole bed as a growing system, not just a spot where the transplant goes. If you are planting in-ground, improve a wider planting area so the roots are invited outward instead of parked in one little compost hotel. Because here is the simple rule. If the plant's future roots need to grow there, the soil there needs to be worth growing into. Do not make one perfect pocket surrounded by mediocre soil. That is not good soil prep. That is a trap with nutrients. Now, this does not mean compost is bad. Compost is one of the best things you can add to a garden. But placement matters. Structure matters. Blending matters. The goal is not to spoil the plant in one teeny zone. The goal is to create a whole soil environment where roots can spread, breathe, drink, and feed. So next time you plant tomatoes, peppers, basil, flowers, or anything else, do not just feed the hole. Build the bed. Your roots will tell you whether you did it right. They always do. And if this helped, subscribe to the Urban Gardening Neighbor. We're building better gardens, one mistake at a time.